Hello. Welcome to our presentation on the topic manufacturing processes of complex shapes and structures using 3D printing and augmented reality. We welcome to join us. The leading persons behind this paper are Professor Dr. Grunwald, Professor of Design and Construction at the Department of Architecture at the Jade University of Applied Science Oldenburg, and my colleague next to me, Yoshio Kawasaki, and I, Tobias Hanke. We are both research assistants at the Department of Architecture, and all three of us are working on the same project. In the research project Aufladen, funded by the Foundation Innovation in University Teaching, we are developing a digital teaching portal with about 20 students. Aufladen is a knowledge filling station where students have the opportunity to test and expand their knowledge in the context of digital transformation through practical, playful application in the form of learning videos, tasks, and click tutorials and quizzes. Augmented reality represents one strand of this project. Based on our research project, we were able to create the option to design a course program at the Jade University of Applied Science Oldenburg, where students from the Department of Architecture and Urban Design have the option to investigate building in the combination with augmented reality and the feasibility behind it. The graphics here shows the students' designs that emerged to this process. Experimenting with Rhino and Grasshopper and the digital capabilities that come with it, tested the workflow for building with AR, which brings us to the next point of the presentation. In the following slides, we explain the design and fabrication process of parametric structure. Step one here describes the design.
First of all, an overview of the entire process is roughly summarized. Using Rhino and Grasshopper, parametric structures are designed and studied in advance. These structures are then projected at one-to-one scale using hologram software via AI glasses. The projections in the glasses are created specifically with Grasshopper and come directly from the design structure. These are customized so that we can perform the manufacturing process using only the AR glasses and the necessary tools of the trade. To be seen in this slide is the first part of the script, which shows the parametric tower. In this part of the script, only the geometry of the tower is generated and the basic quantities are determined. Here we have information such as the necessary material dimensions and their quantities. The script is translated by Rhino and creates the geometry of the tower from the code. The shape of the resulting tower can be changed and adjusted as desired by adding parameters. This makes it possible to decide at any time in the design process what the tower should look like in the end. For an initial evaluation on the physical model, the design of the tower was printed out on a smaller scale using the 3D printer. In addition, the tower was visualized in a fictitious environment for a better idea. In the second step, our structure was transferred through the AR glasses using hologram. In this process, the geometry generated in Grasshopper is transmitted live to the glasses using the hologram plugin. The right image shows the user's view through the glasses. In the video, we see the projection of the glasses. There we also have the possibility to manipulate the parameters created in Grasshopper. The changes are synchronized in real time with the PC and vice versa. This enables us to control the design process at the construction site with the building in front of our eyes. Step 3 shows the adjustment on the script that we made to produce it in reality. The part of this script shows the function of automatic layer generation. This places each layer of the tower on a layer of the software, which can be shown and hidden in the building process. This function helps us to project only the current layer of the tower to be built and to ensure the most precise manufacturing. We explain this section of the script in detail as an example. The geometry of the entire tower is broken down into its individual parts using this deconstruct breadth function. From this, we then pick up all the surfaces of the tower using the faces output. With this item, the individual surfaces can then be selected via an index. The index determines which of the 6 surfaces of each cuboid will be selected. In this case, the top and bottom edges are important to us. If we change the index, we get the other faces of the components. Next, we split the faces again and merge them as a line. This gives us a set of polylines. Here, the current output of the previous script is shown, and we can check if there's an error so far. Each pair of line is assigned to a numbered layer above it in the last step, and the visibility of each layer can be controlled. So in summary, the script in Grasshopper for making the one-to-one scale is composed as follows. In the first step, we created the geometry. This was followed by the layer creation, then the splitting of all components and the numbering of these. In the next step, the divided parts were all lined up on an insertion point to be able to project them later on the workbench. The last two steps show the calculation of all intersections of the components and their centers for the drill holes, as well as on which side they are located. Finally, all relevant information was marked with colors in the projection. In this case, the majority of the script contains the manufacturing requirements, and the minority of the script the pure design. The last step shows the construction of the tower on a scale of 1:1. The photos show the work in the workshop. The individual work pieces were cut to their correct length, numbered and pre-drilled with the help of the AR glasses. The following video shows the projection with information about the length and the position of the drill holes. Due to the recording with the monitor, the image appears slightly offset, but for the user of the glasses, it is precise. The parts can then be placed correctly on the floor using AR to be connected together. The video in the next slide shows this process in a time-lapse video.
Next, we would like to mention how the further use of the design and manufacturing process would continue. Since parallel to building with AR, the design process with AI has been investigated in the course of the research project, and this gives us the option to connect both subtopics. Together with our team and students from the department, we had the opportunity to present the results of both courses at the University Future Festival. 3 days around the future of higher education. The festival, UFF, took place in presence as well as in digital space. In the so-called experience space, we had an exhibition space in Berlin. We also provided the real exhibition space in the form of a digital tour for the online visitors of the festival in the creative space. In our exhibition, we combined virtual reality, augmented reality, and reality, and used the tower as a symbol to unite the three-dimensional themes. Also found in this exhibition were the students' results around the theme from AI in relation to architecture. The students investigated the design process in architecture in parallel with the theme of augmented reality. The results of both courses can be viewed in more detail in the digital exhibition space. You can scan the code here with your smartphone or tablet. Our findings in the question submitted with the abstract, where are the limits for 3D printed shapes and the limits of implementation using AR? We have taken us further to the question of how designing with AR can be combined with AI and follow the process to be optimized or simplified. From the exploration of the question, a new question has thus developed. What are possibilities and limits of AI-assisted design and manufacturing processes in architecture? And this will be the end of our presentation. We'd like to thank you and goodbye.